Hi friends, how are you doing? I wanted to make a video because I feel this week I've been all over the place and I believe there's a lot of us feeling so many things at the same time right now, so I thought I would share a video with all of you. I feel that this past few weeks I've been in between looking at the news, and not only like mainstream media news, but pretty much looking at people's civilians Instagrams, people that are in Gaza, people that are in Israel, opinions from both Israeli and Palestinians, and just very hooked into everything that's going on right now. And at the same time, part of me has been like, Caro, snap out of it. Like, you have so much work to do, you have so much on your work to-do list. And the feeling that has been very strong for me this week is part of me is just thinking, how can I keep going with business as usual and keep focusing on work when the world is deeply hurting? I have also been thinking a lot, like, isn't there always one part of the world that is hurting a lot? And I don't know, just like, how can I keep going with business as usual when our human family and people are suffering and being displaced and being bombarded and dying and being killed and being unsettled? And I feel that it makes no sense to me, and I've been wondering a lot on how can we do something, how can we do something that matters, feeling very little, feeling like there's nothing that I can do that can actually help stop what's going on. And I feel there's like so many different routes we can take. There's the route of calling your congressman and call your government and demand that, I don't know, people that live in the States, our taxes stop going to giving endless amount of arms to Israel, or just so many things. And I've been wondering, how can we do something that truly matters? How can we help end the hurt that two countries are feeling and going through very deeply? How to help end this injustice? And I've been asking myself a lot, how can I keep going? How can I keep painting and working and doing my to-do list when it all feels very vain and very insignificant in comparison to all the hurt that's happening right now? And to be honest, from moment one, I don't know a lot about the history and the conflict in between Palestine and Israel. I am not trying to be like, I know everything about what's going on. I have a decided posture and I support one country more than the other. I am not that person. I'm not going to lie to you. And part of this time I've been using into learning more about it, because I feel it is an opportunity to really learn more and to try to understand the deep conflict and the deep hurt that people have gone through for more than 100 years. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you that these are all the questions that I've been asking myself right now, and I don't have answers to most of these questions, but something that has shifted on me within this week that has been very helpful, and I thought I would share a video sharing this with you, is instead of focusing on the big picture, why not focus on one specific person? Why not use this time to reach out to my Israeli and Palestinian friends and check in on them and see if there's anything that I can do for them? Maybe not only asking like, hey, let me know if there's something that I can do for you, but suggesting more specific things like, hey, I'm around, I can help you do any errands that you need to run. Do you want me to get groceries for you? Or offer a dinner, like, hey, there's dinner ready in my home, do you want to come over? I don't know, maybe even offer up a meditation, offer up a cup of cacao, offer up a cup of Blue Lotus. And these are things that I've been literally doing this week. And I feel that it becomes so much more helpful, because if you're watching these, I'm assuming you are currently not in Palestine, you're currently not in Israel, and I feel that even though we're so far away, we feel so many feelings, right? And maybe there's someone in your community that is going through it all, that is not capable of self-regulating right now, that it's feeling very deeply for their friends and family that are either in either of these countries. And I know that focusing on helping our community, helping our friends, and just being of service at moments of such big disgrace and distress can be a way forward. And I believe that even though the change may not be as big as we would like it to be, maybe our impact is not as strong and it won't change everything that's going on, I think that the best thing that we can do is start with one person. We are one person. I am one person, you're one person, and when we are capable of slowly coming back to our hearts, or when someone offers up a little love, a little help, in whatever way possible, it can really transform our day. And yeah, I just wanted to offer that invitation. And with these, I thought maybe I could also offer a little meditation for us in this video today. For the past year, I've been training as a mindfulness meditation teacher, and I thought I'd share this with you today. Maybe it can come in handy. And mindfulness meditation is a secular practice in itself, and it's rooted on the Buddhist tradition, which is this tradition that has been around for more than 2,500 years. And Buddhist has its roots in mindfulness. And mindfulness can be described as the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment by focusing on one specific thing. In today's case, we will be focusing on our breath. And the idea is to focus on the breath and notice what comes up to us, what comes up during the practice, without any judgments. I personally believe that the benefits of mindfulness are very personal and vary a lot from one person to the other, but the commonality of people, me included, say that mindfulness can be a practice that helps build resilience and clarity of the mind, as well as harmony. So I will be guiding us into a 5-minute mindfulness meditation with eyes open. And if you want to join me, please feel free to find a place where you won't be interrupted for the next 5 minutes. We will be sitting on the floor with our legs crossed. And if you have a cushion, you can put underneath your butt. This will be ideal, as it will help have our pelvis a little higher than our knees. So why don't we start by crossing our legs and removing the fleshy parts away from our bum. Maybe rolling our shoulders back once or twice. And imagine a string coming from the bottom of your pelvis all the way through your back and into the top of your head. In this way, we can be reminded to be upright, but at the same time not uptight. You can place your hands on top of your knees or your thighs, whichever of the two feels more comfortable for you today. And from here, you can tuck your chin down a little, just a little, and keep your vision with a soft gaze, eyes open, looking in front of you, around 4 to 6 feet in front of you. Here you can start to slowly focus on your breath. You will be breathing naturally. There will be no count whatsoever. I would just invite you to breathe in and out through the nose. And you can place your attention at any point on your breath. Some suggestions could be focusing your attention in the point where your breath enters your body on your nostrils. And you can focus once it comes in and once it comes out. Another option would be to place your attention in the area of your body that feels more activated by the breath. Maybe this could be your belly or your chest. And lastly, you could focus your attention in following the whole journey that the breath makes inside your body from the moment it comes in and the moment it leaves your body. If at any point during the meditation you catch yourself thinking, you'll just label that thinking and come back to the breath. Maybe throughout the practice you catch yourself thinking once, twice, or 500 times, and that's totally fine. Anytime that you catch yourself thinking, label that thinking on your mind and bring your attention back to the breath. And if at any point your body feels aching a little in this position, or that you're just thinking too much, maybe refreshing your posture, maybe roll your shoulders once or twice once again, and come back to the practice. We will be doing this for 5 minutes, and I will be playing the chime once it's time to start and once it's time to finish. Our 5 minutes are up. Feel free to move around, stretch a little. I hope this short mindfulness meditation was helpful and nourishing in one way or another. If this is something that you find is good for your nervous system, I invite you to try it up at least 5 times a week. And if you can do it for longer periods, it's even better. I've been doing mindfulness meditation with eyes open for 20 minutes, 5 times a week, and I truly have seen so many positive impact on my day-to-day life, especially on moments of distress. I feel that coming back to meditation and coming back to our practices can be so helpful in order to help our mind get clear and maybe a little bit, I don't know, like welcoming in deeper breaths and a feeling that it will all be okay. I hope you enjoyed this. And I also want to say that I felt a little silly doing a video about this, but this feels very true for me right now. And I just thought if this resonates with one person, then I think it's worthy. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you get to reach out to your Israeli and Palestinian friends in these times. And I will see you some other time. Bye.